And good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fowl Territory 232. I'm your host, Gizzard Gary. It is Friday, September the 8th, so welcome to the show. And let's say hi to everybody that's out there so far. Let's go back up.
First, hi to everyone that's out there.
Want to introduce a new returning channel member. Hillbilly Up is once again a member of the channel. Thanks to Hillbilly. He's also waiting to come on here in the panel here shortly, so I'll add him as soon as I bring the panel in. Mike White, 2A Advocacy, is out there. Rich White, no relation, far as I know, is out there and in here. Chicago Mike, the shooter, is in the audience. And Artak and Daughters is out there. Blitz is out watching. Dale Pogue is in the audience. Chessboard is out there. Rick Harris is in the audience. X Adam 1 is ready to go. Duffer 426 is out there. Gun Websites in the audience. Weston Probst from Oklahoma, and then from the north, Defense Dad is out there. And Ron Wayne is in the audience, as is PlaneNut 767. And that appears to be it so far. 16 people out there in the audience. Welcome, one and all. Chicago Mike says, beard growing fast. I suppose so. So I guess the panel is going to bring themselves in. So let's meet our esteemed panel. That's fine. It's time anyway.
No, I completely screwed up. That's all right. If you're going to jump,
that's all right.
Just like that. I mean, I was just trying to bring the guy in and let him sit there in the back room with the shrimp tails from last week. But
I left
whatever.
him some Cheez-Its.
Oh, that's what he gets for letting his membership lapse.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. Woods is out there in the audience. Woods is out there in the audience, patting a bunker also. So my panel, introducing my esteemed panel. First to my right on the screen, my co-host with the co-most from the state of North Carolina. He is the sunshine that brightens our day, the oracle of knowledge, the voice of reason, the man of orange. But he simply likes to be known as Obnoxious One.
Yo.
And next to him, on the other yo side, from the mountains of West Virginia, he comes. He is, of course, the host of This Week Unloaded on the Unloaded Media channel when it's not preempted by wrestling, which it is every other week, it seems, because he also does this Wrestling Unloaded show and channel. So, a man for all seasons, let's welcome Rich White.
Hello, and I just want to apologize to Hillbilly for only leaving him Bud Light and hard seltzer in the green room.
The hard seltzer's all right, but you're out of line with the Bud Light.
Hey, you were drinking it too. Don't yell at me.
Some man, I feel like a woman.
I didn't say we were drinking the hard seltzer and the Bud Light. We left. That's all we left for poor Hillbilly. We drank everything else.
We're going downhill already. Artak and Daughters out there. But speaking of going downhill, let's go down to the second row of the chat and say hello to the host of the almost nightly Firearms Expo himself. He hails from the Keystone State. He cooks and he shoots. Let's welcome Guns and Barbecue.
Yow. By the way, Hillbilly, there is still some good alcohol left back there, but it's in the safe. We did forget the combination. However, if you get a hold of the manufacturer, let them know you have a warrant, they will get you that master code.
I don't. Yeah, all you got to do is tell them you've got a warrant. I don't think you actually have to even provide the warrant.
You don't have to show it to them or nothing.
Yeah,
They
the
tried.
code's on Twitter, so I found it on Twitter and was able to get in there. So,
all right. Well, all right. Well, thanks to you guys for being here. And then last but not least, I mentioned him earlier. He is, of course, the host of the Guns, Beer, and Therapy Saturday Night podcast on his channel. And he is my neighbor to the east of the Show Me state of Missouri. Let's welcome Hillbilly Up.
hey, buddy. Thanks for unlocking the door for me and letting me in. I appreciate that.
Man,
thanks for
somebody else had the
on.
combination to it. So.
Yeah, I found that on Twitter also. So
Did you?
Oh my goodness. Thanks for having me this evening. Appreciate you, man. Rock and roll inside chat already. And
they seem to be.
90.
They seem to be very, very talkative, anticipating something out there. Plain Nut says if it's Sentry, all you have to do is send them $25 and the model / serial number, and it's all yours. How about that? Or if it's Stack On, you just take a can opener. I think you can probably open it. Chicago Mike says TriggerCon is coming up. I see. Yeah, a couple weeks. C4 Defense, I believe you've all heard of him. He's out there giving next week's code. I don't think that might work next week.
Well, yeah,
that reminds me, I should go ahead and put my banner up because the code this week is, of course, hashtag FT232 because that's what show it is right now. Well, Chicago Mike wants to enter for next week too. Look at that. That's normally something somebody else does. But yes, TriggerCon is coming up pretty soon. Rich White's got the right boy. He's right on there. You know Rich White's going to be on there. He wants to win that giveaway. You don't even know what I'm giving away, do you?
Stuff and things to
no, I don't violate copyrights and trademarks like some people around here. X Adam 1 wants to know, Gizzard Gary, which of your guns are you giving away tonight? Have to think on that one. Chad Kelly's out there. Evening, folks. Hope you all have a good week. It was not a bad week at all. Looks like Jacob S. is out there. Welcome, Jacob. All of a sudden, we have 22 people out there. It's growing. It's probably X Adam talking about a gun giveaway. All of a sudden,
what she said.
Gun. Chicago Mike says Ron Wayne should give away one of his guns.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, now, I'm not the one with 16 dozen 1911s around here, but somebody on the panel I think has about that many.
Oh, we have 16 dozen 1911s?
You do.
I have like 3 1911s.
I've got like that many times 3.
And it's like 32 ARs. Is that right?
Shush.
We all know that's not true. Especially due to that unfortunate boat accident out in the middle of your lagoon / koi pond. The deep koi pond. What can I say?
I actually have a pond out there on the property.
You have a big pond?
It's decent size. It's a little smaller now that the neighbor that backs up to my property decided to completely level off their property. I mean, we're talking like tons and tons of dirt. There is actually a literal cliff where my property is back there that goes up to his now. And I've had a bunch of runoff of it. It's filled in a bit of my pond.
Use that for backstop, buddy.
So are we being serious right now? Of course this man has a giant pond. He's got a waterfall in his backyard.
Yeah, but that's in the koi pond. Actually, I got a waterfall where the other pond is too.
See?
It doesn't push out nearly as much water as the.
This is why he has to have 32 ARs. Like, what happens if the Koi revolt? Like, what's he gonna do?
Take him down.
Honestly, I think he needs more ARs.
I do
just
too.
in case that happens.
Let's welcome aboard someone who is purporting to be Snob, although there's no logo.
It's not me. It's just an imposter.
Now, who would try to pretend to be you?
Michael Jackson.
It's really
Both were
Sarge.
missing a nose.
What was she saying, Snob? Okay. X Adam 1 says, I want one of those Maverick 88 7+1 shots so I can make it my vehicle shotgun with no mods so it'll fit in the trunk rifle holder. You should do that.
Yeah.
Misty, Mrs. Wayne is out there. Got 26 people out in the audience. Triggerfish 45, long time no see out there in the audience. All right. So anyway, I think we got some stuff to talk about here. So if I can get the screen up, we will begin. Which story do I want to go with first? Do I want to go with? Yeah, let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. No,
Is that Brian?
Snob?
Yes.
Why are we talking
Snob's
about OB?
big, but he's not quite an elephant.
I mean, have you seen my trunk?
Have not.
I have.
Your ass is pretty big.
Okay. So we have an article here from Bearing Arms. And it says, is Liberty safe with Liberty Safe? Justin Grimm's out there in the audience, by the way. Last week, an Arkansas man was arrested in connection with the U.S. Capitol riot on January the 6th. Nathan Earl Hughes has 4 charges pending against him, including a felony count of interfering with police during a civil disorder. That sounds familiar. Arkansas Online has an article detailing the investigation and the charges against him. With ubiquitous cell phone cameras, a video of Hughes' arrest quickly made it online. But there's an important sentence in the above tweet or post from the Hodge twins, and that is this. The feds called the manufacturer of his Liberty gun safe and got the passcode to get into it, too. It comes as a surprise to many of us, although it shouldn't, that an electronic keypad has a secret factory default passcode that allows entry into the safe besides a customer-configured passcode. We don't know if this default passcode is unique to each safe or if it's a model default passcode, like a silly default admin username and password combination you find in most wireless routers that will get you entry into any Liberty safe of the same model. Looking at the customer FAQs on the Liberty Safe website, it looks like the default passcode may be unique to each safe. Likewise, although it shouldn't, it comes as a surprise to many of us that Liberty Safe gave out this passcode to the FBI with a simple phone call. The FBI clearly had an arrest warrant for Hughes, and given the circumstances of his house being searched, there was likely a search warrant too. Liberty Safe hasn't disclosed whether the FBI provided it with a copy of the search warrant or if a verbal explanation on the phone was enough for them to divulge a secret factory default passcode. Yes, there is a follow-up to this article. Since the beginning of the global war on terror, the FBI has relied on national security letters in lieu of search warrants. These letters were used for invasive grabs of customer data from third parties. The recipient of those letters couldn't talk about it, and even a low bar of requesting third-party data through national security letters was not often cleared by FBI agents looking for expedient shortcuts. The letters were also abused to spy on journalists. The worst aspect of national security letters is that a culture of domestic snooping has become entrenched and is alive and well, resulting in the warrantless and voluntary disclosure of customer financial data by banks to the FBI. Now, going back to Liberty Safe's passcode disclosure, in the absence of a search warrant, a phone call from the FBI sounds like a verbal national security letter. The truth is that most companies just fold when they get a call from the FBI, either out of fear or for wanting to help the country's foremost law enforcement agency, even in smallest and inconsequential of cases. It's very rare to see companies putting their feet down and saying no, especially in the most egregious cases. One rare example is Apple, which refused to decrypt the iPhones of assailants in both the San Bernardino and Pensacola naval-based jihadi attacks, much to the chagrin of the federal government. The FBI had to go to an Australian company to decrypt their phones in the San Bernardino case. In the interest of their gun-owning customers, I hope Liberty Safe fully discloses what happened in the case of Nathan Earl Hughes' safe and how and under what circumstances they divulged the passcode to the FBI. Until then, there will be a justifiable cloud of suspicion around them in the minds of their customers. And then there is an update. And it says, as you can see in the statement above, the company says they disclosed it only after they received a copy of the warrant from the FBI. It's not clear if the warrant was addressed to Liberty Safe itself or if it was a search warrant for the Hughes residence that Liberty Safe found sufficient to disclose the passcode. The wisdom of having a factory default passcode to help customers unlock the safe is itself questionable, especially if it's prone to compromise either through hacking a master database of all factory default passcodes or through an insufficient legal process, as may have been the case here. Unfortunately, Liberty Safe's statement leads to more questions than answers. Okay, so what do we have to say about that? That's the story of the week so far, it seems to be. Thoughts, follow-ups?
I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, go ahead, Obi. Sorry.
I think they came out with a pretty good update on that. They realized that they screwed it up, and it sounds like they've decided to strengthen it so that the subpoena will be actually to them before they'd honor it. In which case, they're never going to get a subpoena. They're just going to cut them open. So yeah, they screwed up. But
we'll put it this way: they don't need to call them anymore because the government has that passcode now. So they
the passcode is not a passcode for every safe.
Yeah, I believe it's per individual safe. Yeah.
Like, why would that be a passcode for every single safe? Because if that was the case,
how did they know what his serial number was and stuff on?
The serial number can be gotten off of the safe. It can be gotten out of the owner's manual. I'm pretty sure if you take the faceplate off of the keypad, you can find the serial number by the keypad there. When you call into Liberty, Canon, numerous other manufacturers, you give them that serial number, then they match it up and go, oh, okay, this is going to be your master code to reset your combination so you can get into your safe, get your stuff, and also reset your passcode so you can get into your safe from here on out.
Okay, so
the idea that it's just one code for every safe in America now is absolutely ludicrous, because this is what I was talking about on my show last night. There's so many things being said by the fear mongers. Like, one, that Liberty Safe advertises their safes to be impenetrable. And now clearly they're not impenetrable because they're just handing out this code to the FBI. No, what safe manufacturer, period, advertises their safe to be impenetrable? Nobody does.
Well, let me ask you this: how many safes do you think they have sold in the last, 10 years? Any idea?
7. I have no idea.
Well, I'm sure it's in the thousands. So you're saying
that'd be my guess.
To say that they have a separate passcode stored for thousands of safes.
Well, no, there's going to be passcodes for, say, like a lot. Models. So say this lot's going to have this master code, then this lot's going to have this master code, and this lot has, this serial numbers. So that way, like if there's ever a recall also, they're going to say, hey, these serial numbers from this to this are in a recall because they know that those serial numbers were in this lot.
Exactly. So all they got to do is so they have a passcode to open several safes. Maybe not all of them, but several.
Yes,
what you're saying
but
is true.
But at the same time, if you're going to just go, oh, okay, I know one master code, you're going to go up to, how many safes and try that master code. You might get lucky with one out of how many? Thousands. Good luck.
No, you're the expert on that. I have no idea, but I mean, I know they don't have a master code for every safe they sell. That's different. I don't believe that part.
Do you think GM or Ford has an individual key for every car they sell?
It's
with
stored
the
in their
electronic
database.
locks they have, they better.
But back in the day, they didn't.
No, they did not.
No.
Real quick, I want to acknowledge 2 new channel members out there. Ron Wayne just joined as a channel member, and Misty, Mrs. Wayne, also became a YouTube member. Thank you very much to both of you. You now have your official wrenches and are ready to mod away.
I see how that works.
What?
They win the prize giveaway, then they become channel members.
Well, yeah.
Greasing those wheels. I see how it is, Gizzard.
Yeah, didn't you
but I mean, heck, there was a time where you could go and I lost my key. You look at the side of your ignition, it says 978. You go in and just get a key made for 978 for a Ford. They didn't even have to have the old key.
All right. Everybody's looking at this all wrong.
Okay.
Let me explain to you why. You should be thankful. This guy should be thankful that Liberty gave up his code. And here's why.
That's what I said.
Had they not have, all right, so if all these charges get dropped, he gets all his stuff back eventually. I realize it's a fight, but whatever. Whatever the charges are, no matter what, he gets it all back, we'll say, hypothetically. Guess what he has? He goes home, puts them back in his safe, and locks his safe. If they hadn't have gave the code, guess what they would have done? There would have been a sawzall with a metal blade cutting that safe open.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
They wouldn't have moved around with it and got a subpoena, like OB said. They would have just cut the safe open. It would have taken. They have a search warrant. They were going to get in it either way. They didn't tear it up this way.
And not only that, but let's say you do decide to give them the safe combination, and there is something that they get in there. But then later on, you've got a good lawyer, and the lawyer challenges the warrant in the first place, and they're like, "Oh yeah, no, this warrant's BS. We're throwing it out." But because you gave them the combination of the safe, the prosecutor says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! We want to keep that evidence that was in the safe because the defendant gave us the combination. He consented to that search," and that does happen. So you're in a rock and in between a rock and a hard place there. Do you give them the combination to your safe and consent to the search, or do you let them cut open your crap and destroy your $2,000-$3,000 safe? Or can they call Liberty, get the master code, and just open it up? I'd much rather for the latter, just have them call Liberty and get the code. Because then I'm still not consenting to the search. My safe isn't getting destroyed. And if by chance, there was something in there that I shouldn't have had, but I've got a great lawyer that gets everything thrown out in the first place, it's a win-win the whole way around.
Yeah, pretty much. That would be my take on it. God, what is going on, Barbecue? We've been agreeing way too much lately.
It's Twilight Zone.
I want to say hi to TJ Persicity out there. And we got another article, believe it or not, a second article. More reason to rethink getting a Liberty safe. Yes, we're really picking on Liberty safe tonight, folks. And this is from Tom Knighton, and he says, I'm glad I don't run Liberty Safe this week. I don't remember any gun safe manufacturer having this bad of a week ever before, and it's entirely of their own making. Between Ranjit and myself, we've talked a fair bit about the company, and in fairness to them, they've made changes, more than one. However, they've also managed to shine a spotlight on themselves as a company, which means that a lot of people are looking at them that otherwise might not bother. See, when people buy any product that is part of the firearm industry, be it a gun or a safe, they like to think they're not just investing in a piece of hardware, but in a company that doesn't hate them. Yet it seems like Liberty Safe might not be such a company. Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk used a post on X to report that FEC filings show Liberty Safe's parent company donated over $400,000 to gun-controlled Democrats. Kirk posted, Liberty Safe was sold to Monomoy Capital Partners in 2021, a liberal East Coast investment firm. I pulled the FEC reports on the company and found approximately $400,000 over the last 10 cycles of max donations to Democrats like Raphael Warnock in Georgia, John Fetterman in Pennsylvania, Mandela Barnes in Wisconsin, and Mark Kelly in Arizona. And he added Liberty Safe's current CEO, Justin Hillenbrand, was a founding partner of Monomoy and donated $4,600 to Obama for America. Now, did this have anything at all to do with Liberty Safe's decision to provide the access code to police for someone accused of participating in the January 6th situation at the Capitol? Who knows? They're not going to admit it, that's for sure. What we do know, though, is that if you bought a Liberty Safe, you may have helped contribute to people who will fund anti-gun voices and work to take away your Second Amendment rights. Now, the idea of an anti-gun person working in some part of a firearm-related industry isn't that unheard of. I once spoke with the CEO of a fairly well-known gun manufacturer, not one of the household names, but gun folks are generally familiar with them, and he remarked to me about how many anti-gunners ran gun companies. I have no reason to doubt him. I can just say that they're generally smart enough not to get caught being that anti-gun. Sarge says, put me in. Let's welcome Sergeant C4 Defense.
Hey, I got 2 seconds. I'm working, but that absolutely was incorrect what was said before about we're going to keep all this evidence after the warrant was thrown out because you voluntarily gave it. You can't coerce someone into voluntarily doing anything. And once the warrant's thrown out, so is all evidence that was gained thereof. So I'm sorry.
It's not coercion. If you say, hey,
it absolutely is. If they're there with a search warrant, you can't voluntarily give anything because you don't voluntarily want them in your house. So that's not the way that works at all.
It's not what attorneys have told me, but okay.
Well, I'm just telling you, you can't just say, hey, voluntarily give me this, and the search warrant's thrown out. We're still going to keep all this and prosecute you on that. Doesn't work that way.
Like I said, that's not what attorneys have told me, but okay.
Yeah. Once the search warrant's gone, it's all gone. So, I'm sorry. Just had to correct that.
No need to be sorry at all.
Now,
he's got plenty of reason to be sorry.
I'm going to head on to my call. See you guys.
All right, see you. Thanks, Sarge.
Be safe out there, Sarge.
Let's let Snob back in. Let me continue where I was. Okay. Liberty Safe, however, managed to screw the pooch royally, and now people are looking and finding out that while they might give lip service to supporting gun rights, the people who own the company are actively funding anti-gun politicians. It would be bad enough if this were just motivated by support for mandatory storage laws. Rent-seeking behavior like that is disgusting, but at least I can understand it. Funding people who will, if given the opportunity, essentially end private gun ownership and thus negate the need for anyone to own a gun safe seems unwise, at least from a business standpoint, if nothing else. So I'm not going to tell you not to buy our Liberty Safe. I will tell you to at least consider what you're doing before you buy one. So does that make any difference to anybody here? What do you think about that? I think that was also fairly well publicized, too.
Yeah, well, this is, I mean...
It's piling on.
This comes up every time something gets in there. They dig into these, and I have no dog in the fight with Liberty Safe. I don't think so. Mine are American Security, so I don't actually. I don't have a dog in the fight, and how?
Yeah, honestly, if we bought stuff just from companies that weren't run by Democrats, what would we own?
I mean, they did this with what? With Aero Precision? Was that who they did that with? They went back and dug up who they donated to in Washington and all this. I mean, if you
tried to do it with Benchmade too, if I recall.
Yeah.
Well, Benchmade was because they cut up the cut up the guns that were were adjudicated to be destroyed.
Or the people that owned them wanted them destroyed too.
Now, PlaneNet has a question. I'm just curious, does anyone know what the policies are from other safe companies as to what they do in this situation?
No idea.
If you have a safe, call the company and ask them.
Well, Artax says
email. That way you always have a paper trail.
Not Arrow, it was Black Rifle Coffee. That's right. Black Rifle did get raked over the coals for that.
I know Black Rifle did, but I think Arrow did too. When
I think you're right.
There was a couple of gun manufacturers. If I remember correctly, the NRA was caught doing it. Because again, I made a video on it yesterday where I just mentioned, like, if you think about the gun manufacturers, the two-way organizations, the accessory manufacturers, etc., that donate to both sides, and they don't do it because they want to support anti-gun agendas per se, but they know that they have to have people on each side of the aisle.
They do it because politics is dirty.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the whole thing. If you think a politician is on your side, you're an idiot.
Yeah,
and these people that are calling for
which side is you're calling your own. If you think the politicians are with you, you're completely out of your friggin' mind.
Yeah, and I can't speak for every company, but most companies, when they hire a CEO, they're not looking for integrity and hard work and everything else. They're looking for somebody who's going to pay off whoever needs to be paid off. And
they're not looking to see what they're, for the most part, they're not looking to see what that CEO's politics are.
Right.
You know, of course, there's always going to be that company that is looking for, wants to know what some companies or some CEOs' politics are, but that's few and far between. They don't give a rat's ass about the CEO's politics.
Now, Western Probst, he says, Benchmade, Black Rifle Coffee, Springfield, etc. The list just goes on. These companies don't go out of business. They just sell and they get revamped. Now, Ozzy is out there. He wants to know, does Liberty Safe make safes or lockers under different names?
I'm sure they
do. I just can't remember what subsidiaries they have that do it right off the top of my head.
Yeah, I think they have a lower cost line that's not a Liberty.
But see, here's the problem, and Weston says there are some out there. There's Phoenix Ammunition in Michigan has said they won't sell to any law enforcement. I mean, there's some that take a hard line, and we should support the ones that take a hard line. But you also have to remember that the bigger ones aren't going to take a hard line because they want to stay in business, and you're going to see money. If you dig far enough, you're going to see money from them to both sides, because politics is dirty, and that's what we've allowed this country to become, is having politicians who go and serve their country for a couple of years and then go home and do their thing. Now it's a career choice.
And if you dig enough, I think you'll find some other companies, other CEOs from other companies, you wouldn't be too pleased to hear about some of their political contributions either. So, Mike White says, I heard Browning safes are made by them.
Oh.
But I will continue to shout from the rooftops that if every company in the industry said they weren't selling to the government anymore, it would change everything.
Probably.
Yep.
Vanessa Kitty.
But they ain't going to because they like that sweet, sweet government money.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, if you really want to go against them, why is anybody buying a SIG? Why is anybody buying Trigicon? If you want to get into this, the things that everybody loves to buy because they're in use by government, Glocks, M&Ps. I mean, if you want to get into this, you be a hard line about this, then you better get rid of all your SIGs, all your Smith & Wessons, all your Glocks. Don't get that Trigicon because that's a government contract. That's the only reason that they're the premier is because they're a government contract.
Don't buy an FN AR-15.
We're all going to be carrying outdoors. There you go. M. Gabriel says Obnoxious One is correct. Well, of course he's correct. That's why
if you want to get into this and go this hard line that Liberty Safe screwed up, well, then you better get rid of all the stuff, everybody that sells anything to the government.
Well,
So
and the thing
you're not going to have any guns, you're not going to have any ammunition, you're not going to have any. You won't need that Liberty Safe because you won't have anything to put in it.
Bull! I'll have my Altor. I guarantee you, the government's never bought an Altor.
You ain't got to put that in a gun safe.
Now, Misha says Google is definitely anti-Pew, but we give Google our hard-earned money.
Yep.
Yeah. YouTube.
I mean, you guys could mail a check to Gizzard.
YouTube's making money.
You guys could mail a check to Gizzard every week, and he'd get 30% more money, and YouTube wouldn't get a dime.
Yeah. Yeah, don't send it PayPal because they're anti-gun too. So, well, my bank may be too.
The thing is, people can say Liberty screwed up, but did they really? They were provided a warrant for somebody, and they went, "Okay, here's the master code."
Yeah,
if you had a police officer come up to you on the street and said, "Hey, have you seen this person? We have a warrant for their arrest," and you're like, "Oh yeah, I just saw that person go past me. They went that way."
You just tell them.
Are you a bad person for doing that?
All you do is you just say, "I'm not going to give you that information. Take me to jail." I mean, it worked for Zach Bryan, so.
I mean,
and all these people that are like, "Oh, boycott Liberty." All right, so stop buying from Amazon and all the other places that we just said, like because there's
don't stop buying from Amazon. I got a ton of videos over there.
That's right. That's right.
And Weston makes it the point here. I mean, get rid of your iPhone. I mean, Apple did say, "Screw you, we're not gonna jailbreak the phone for you."
I want Apple to make a gun safe. I'm just saying.
Oh, a gun safe Apple would definitely give the code.
Yeah.
Like
enter the code wrong 10 times.
I mean,
and the
get rid of your iPhone.
It would cost 3 times what a Liberty Safe would cost. So I mean this.
Yeah, but it would actually be secure.
Yeah, but Snob, the little slaved kids are not strong enough to build a gun safe.
And I don't want to have to buy a new gun safe every 5 years because it's no longer supported,
Yeah, they changed the operating system on the little lock every 5 years, like Gary was saying.
Like, how many people out there are still wearing Levi's?
I'm not.
I'm not.
It's because
I don't think I've had a pair of Levi's.
I gave up on Levi's before I gave up on jeans, and now I just don't wear any pants. So
good for you. Well, I strive to be like that one day. I'm getting close, but
PlaneNet says, like everything else politically related, there are no good guys, as what Obnoxious One seems to be pointing out. Yeah, well, that's more or less true.
I'm generally right most of the time.
You generally are. Defense Dad says, just carry all your guns all the time, and you don't have to worry about a safe. No, you just have to have
you big have a stronger back than I do.
Let's see. Vanessa Kitty wants to know, what safe, secure storage do you use in a vehicle?
Console vault.
That's right. Okay, let's go on, shall we? I think we've got other articles we can talk about yet. Let's see. We got a little bit of time yet. I got lots of articles. Got some breaking news, by the way. Let's go with some breaking news. Just came out today.
On the plus side, though, Defense Dad, if you hauled it down to the Apple store, they could open it for you and replace the front of it.
Once again, from Breaking Arms.
Breaking Arms?
Bearing Arms.
Oh.
It says, breaking, New Mexico governor suspends all lawful carry in Albuquerque. When the Bruin decision came out, one of the things it specifically said was that you couldn't declare an entire city as a gun-free zone. You could declare certain sensitive areas as gun-free, but not the whole community. Apparently, the text of the decision failed to make that left turn at Albuquerque. Why else would the governor just basically declare the city a gun-free zone? Well, other than thinking that citing public health meant the Constitution doesn't apply, that is. New Mexico Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham says she is suspending open and concealed carry privileges in Bernalillo County for the next 30 days. The governor made the announcement during a news conference Friday afternoon. Governor Lujan Grisham declared gun violence a public health emergency Thursday following the murder of an 11-year-old boy on his way home from an Isotopes game Wednesday night. That case, combined with several other violent cases involving children, sparked the decision. This goes into effect today and will last for 30 days, at which time Grisham says she'll decide whether to extend it or adjust. Two things. First, people wonder why we're resistant to this whole gun violence as a public health crisis nonsense. We saw with COVID how some would use that authority to suspend constitutional rights. I know I've been called paranoid a few times for saying that. Well, here we are. Second, it's insane to act like law-abiding citizens are the reason for the problems in Albuquerque. What's more, I think Grisham knows it. She doesn't actually care. She just wants to be seen doing something, and since people who lawfully carry usually weren't going to vote for her anyway, screw them, right? Grisham says she expects a fight on this one, and she's damn well going to get it. This is absolutely insane and won't produce the results she's hoping for. At best, it'll do nothing. However, when criminals figure out that the good guys with guns aren't around unless they have a badge, they're going to step up whatever they typically do, knowing that most folks are going to be disarmed. At least until a federal court puts the kibosh on this one, and I don't think she's going to win it even with declaring it a public health emergency. Meanwhile, she's given us exactly what we needed to show that all this talk of public health with regard to guns is just a pretext to take unconstitutional steps to restrict our rights. The truth is that the government cannot be trusted with such power, even if they're necessary during the worst nightmare scenarios. We'd be better off not permitting anyone to make those decisions than trusting them to only use them in the most deadly of circumstances. Albuquerque isn't any safer tonight. It won't be any safer next week either. Not unless, of course, the courts act much quicker than I expect them to act anyway. At the end of the day, Grisham is showing us why she doesn't need to remain in office. No one who swears an oath to support and defend the Constitution, then pulls a stunt like this, should ever be allowed near public office again. Wow. What do you think of them apples?
Here's the real question for this article. Did she just reveal that Springfield is next to Albuquerque? The kid was walking home from an Isotopes game.
Wow. Anybody else get anything out of that?
Tyrant's gonna tyrant.
Yeah, and there doesn't seem to be any rain on them, does there? I mean,
that's because they're never held to account.
That's right. And who's going to hold them to account?
This goes back to the same shit with the rest of the government.
Yeah, Supreme Court passes rulings and everything else, and everybody's like, yeah, they didn't really say that. Nobody holds them accountable.
Even if this gets struck down and thrown out, nothing happens to the governor who put it in there. Doesn't cost them anything. They placate their base. Nothing happens to them. And they go on. Just like red flag laws. There's no good red flag law because there's no repercussions for abusing it.
What don't make any sense is, you swear to uphold the Constitution, but then you don't do it.
Well, yeah, you should be immediately arrested and removed from office, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, think of all the politicians that should be held for treason. Has it happened yet? Nope.
Nope. Playnut says, surprised to see this come out of Albuquerque and not New York City or Chicago. Yeah, kind of. Snob says he'll be back in a few. Chessboard says, does Water the Tree ring a bell? Yeah. Captain Codebook.
Chessboard got to go pee? What?
Yeah. Captain Codebook says, I think everyone now having to identify themselves by what genitalia they want to play with is a public health crisis. Who cares if you're a hetero pan bi trans super attack elephant? Can you hit a target at 400 yards or more is what matters.
I probably cannot.
X Adam 1 says,
I'm just going to stick with what genitalia I like playing with.
The gun community quickly turns on anyone who fights back. Automatically, the person is dumb or looking for trouble. Sometimes people have had enough. And Defense Dad said, somebody send Bugs Bunny down there to set that mayor straight. You think that'd work?
No, because you take a wrong turn.
Take a left turn at Albuquerque? Yeah. Probably would happen. We just don't have any good news this week, do we? Let's see if it gets any better or worse. I think we got time for at least one more. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Let's since we're going to talk about this later anyway, let's do a story about one of our giveaway sponsors. That is the good folks at Aegis Gun Care. They have a new product they introduced this week. Aegis HD lithium complex grease.
Ooh, how much of those is he giving away this week?
With W/IF-WS2. That's some complex chemical formula that nobody understands.
Yeah, that's not just lithium grease. That's in high definition.
It's got high viscosity base oil, superior oxidation resistance and rust protection, outstanding extreme pressure protection, high resistance to water washout, low coefficient of friction, 80-pound Timken load now. I know that's important, whatever the heck it is. It contains IF-WS2. All your best stuff has that in it.
Yeah. Now, if somebody's having a heart patient's having a heart attack and they can't find their pills, can you just give them a shot of that?
I don't know if it would work or not.
Well, the lithium pills, lithium grease.
I put the link out there to Aegis Gun Care. This is available now. So if you use any kind of gun grease or anything like that, check out this from Aegis. Looks pretty cool. And then we've got another story here. I wish Snob was here because he could help us talk about this. Taurus introduced the GX4 graphene this week. This is a new, updated version of the Taurus GX4.
Is it made out of graphene?
The Taurus GX4 took the market by storm when it launched, bringing best-in-class capacity, reliability, and features to the micro-compact pistol market. Now, the GX4 brings another innovation to the firearms industry as the first self-defense handgun to incorporate graphene technology. Graphene is a unique substance used in materials from automotive to outer space. The GX4 graphene uses this unique technology to improve durability of both the frame and the finish while decreasing the need for cleaning and lubrication. Aegis Gun Care won't care to hear that. Available with 11 and 13 round magazines, the GX4 graphene continues to show why the Taurus GX4 is the industry leader in micro-compact pistols. Look, it's shiny.
Aren't they going to have to really raise the price, though, if they're using the graphene? What's that normally used for? Is it normally used for like superconductors or something?
I read somewhere on the email that came out that even the internals are coated in graphene. So I guess it's a friction reducing material of some sort.
Yeah, it's a carbon similar to graphite.
Is it really? I was going to say, really? Did the graphite?
Yep.
It might
Yeah.
be.
I'm just
It's,
curious about the wear resistance.
Well, I guess time will tell on that. Now, I don't know how much more that is than a standard GX4. I presume it's a little bit more.
Gonna be slicker than owl snot.
Yes, slicker than greased owl snot. Not to be outdone by that, though, Taurus also introduced the TS9, full-size 9x19 striker fired. The Taurus TS9 continues the Taurus tradition of service pistols that began with the first revolvers produced for the Brazilian government and has continued since then. The TS9 is a rugged, reliable 9mm 17-round striker-fired pistol that passed the rigorous NATO pistol proof test. The TS9 isn't just good on paper, it's good in the streets. As the pistol of choice for elite Brazilian military and law enforcement special operations units, the TS9 continues to prove its worth in action. Now available on the U.S. market for the first time thanks to our government contract overrun, you have a limited time opportunity to get your hands on this duty-ready international service pistol.
You know what? I like that you kept the theme of this Fowl Territory of companies that hate the 2A. I mean, you went from Liberty Safe to Taurus, so
in other words, we made too many pistols for the Brazilian market, so we're going to have to try to unload them.
They don't want the Brazilian market to have them anyway, so there's that.
Probably not. All right. Well, let's see if we can find somebody else to bury real quick. They've only got one more article here, so let's take a look at this. And this is from newsbreak.com, and it is an opinion by Jude Foley. And it says, opinion, tyranny of the Second Amendment. Firearm supremacists take cover behind a poorly worded slave owner appeasing amendment to the U.S. Constitution. You'll love this, Obi. After Sandy Hook, after thousands of firearm massacres have followed, after the latest bloodletting in Jacksonville, Florida, where 3 African Americans were slain, I think a serious conversation about firearm proliferation and the moral legacy of the Second Amendment is long overdue.
Excuse me, can I interject here?
Sure.
Fuck you, no.
And I believe those 3 African Americans were killed by 3 other African Americans, or at least 1 other African American. So I don't even get their angle here that it's pro-slavery.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm sure he's talking about the Dollar General.
As predictable as clockwork, the noise heard from gun rights advocates after yet another shooting massacre grinds on about the right to bear arms assured by the Bill of Rights Second Amendment.
I like that the predictable as clockwork, scream that the 2A is outdated is bitching about the predictable as clockwork people saying that the 2A protects it. Okay, I'll stop. You're getting all pissy. I can see it.
The prevailing assumption that guides their argument is some vaguely perceived notion about enabling civilians to take up arms against a tyrannical government. That sentiment rides in tandem with a paranoia in the imagination of Americans who fancy themselves important enough of a threat to the established order. What actually makes sense is how they've leveraged the Second Amendment as a response to noticeably diminished privilege over the last 30 years. They've cosplayed Second Amendment solutions in response to an undesirable cultural order, illegal immigration, gay marriage, trans rights. Rather than relying solely on the effort to organize and build a consensus with like-minded voters, their reaction has been to open carry their rifles and pistols into spaces frequented by the public, retail shops, restaurants, parks, concert venues, et al. The very places it no longer feels safe to be in. This very public show of force strikes the intellect as a silly yet hazardous means of reclaiming white privilege. Jesus. Hannah Arendt, the philosopher and respected... Yes.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt again. Can you just stop? I mean, this guy doesn't deserve any kind of...
You're done with this?
Yeah, this guy...
It gets worse.
This guy is the most worthless piece of shit type of person that's out there.
You're right. You're right.
I mean, this
use
is somebody
the
who
discretion
deserves.
and stop reading this.
Where's my? You have
Where's
earned
my
no
tar
points.
and feathers at?
No, you've earned no points. You have made no friends. What's that? That one. Everything you've said has been a complete and utter waste of time. I don't even know what that's. I don't even know what movie that's from, but it floats out there every once in a while.
Everybody who read that article had their IQ dropped by 20 points if they read the whole thing.
That's twice now we've had obnoxious one is correct out there in the chat. Man,
You've
got
had
friends
it like
out there.
you've had it like 3 times because
Three
somebody
times.
else. Yeah, I'm
Rich,
keeping
you were
track.
thinking
I mark
of
this down every time.
Billy Madison.
Is that where it's from?
Yeah, we're all now dumber for having listened to that.
Yes. And that's exactly where we're heading.
But yeah, it's like
I mean that is like I said, the predictable as clockwork came out there lamenting the predictable as clockwork. These people have no sense of irony. They have no self-awareness. They are so hung up on their righteous indignation and their moral superiority that they deserve 0 of our time. I killed the chat. I guess mic drop, but no, I don't want to drop this. They're expensive to replace.
Anybody else
So
want to
I'm not going to
comment
drop
on
mine.
that? I
Well,
can use
speaking
this
of-
word. It's my chat. Anyone else want to comment on that horse
I
shit
was
we
gonna say,
just heard?
speaking of a mic drop, I guess Chicago Mike out there has to give up all his guns since apparently owning guns is a white privilege.
Oh,
To that author.
I have yet to meet a gun owner who had a problem with anybody else legally owning firearms, regardless of their race, nationality, creed, or sexual orientation.
Yeah, I didn't think there was any restrictions on the memberships to this community as far as, you got to be.
I mean,
this
other
or
than that,
to
other
get
than
a
that Rob
gun.
guy, but he hasn't been around in a while. So,
yeah.
I mean, that guy should
And
have guns.
If Chicago Mike's still listening, don't you listen to Rich White. He's just a rich white, and clearly, he needs to stop being a rich white guy.
But people who
Hey,
say
I'm not the one who said it. The author of that article is the one who said
keep
it.
The
stuttering.
minute somebody throws out white privilege, it's just an immediate shutdown. They're using it to shut any kind of discussion down. Anything like that. They toss out racism or white privilege or blah blah blah, this and that. It's just to shut down dissent.
and it's totally off base. It's totally
All
off base.
gingers or just a certain one?
I think he's just after one.
I mean, there's one that's kind of a pain in the ass.
What about gingers?
Snob
he
says I
stand
can't
them.
stand. You
They
can't
should be
stand
banned.
gingers. They should be banned from the 2A.
100%. Daywalkers as well. They're half ginger.
How about Marianne? Can Marianne have a gun?
Marianne was the hotter woman on that island anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who
Yep.
argue with you on that one.
Well, they'd all be wrong.
Yep, 100%. I agree with Obi.
See, even a blind guy knows that Marianne was the hotter woman on that island, other than Mrs. Howell. I bet she'd
I
have
was
tore your
literally
ass
getting ready
up.
to say that. Was literally getting ready to say that.
Do a poll. Ginger or Marianne?
Oh, you got to put Mrs.
Yes.
Howell in there too.
Yes, no, and
I
neither.
I put
Yes,
neither.
no, and neither.
Yeah. So if you got any other answer neither. This would be interesting.
So it's yes, no matter what.
Yeah.
or
Yes, no, and
Yeah.
neither.
Oh,
How do you distinguish who the winner is?
yeah. Let me redo that.
It's
Yeah,
so
I
ginger
screwed
brain.
it
yes,
up.
yes, no, and
I
neither. I
screwed
mean,
it
I guess if we've got anybody gay out there in the audience, we're gonna get some neithers
screwed
and maybe
it up.
some no's. So apparently,
Maybe it's ginger man.
Surprise! Gizzard through. He messed up.
I mean, and
Okay.
that's up to them. I
Let's
don't
try
care.
this again.
You know,
Let's
do you,
try
boo.
this again.
Marianne,
There we
Ginger,
go.
Mrs. Howell, all the above.
That's a little better. All right. All right. Got 9 votes, 4 votes. Let's see. Marianne's taken off the lead so far. Wow. Wow.
I told you.
Wow. 16 votes, 75% of the vote. 24%
Right now, I'm
for
looking.
Ginger.
There's 24% of the people that are wrong out there.
Come on, we got 29 people out there.
And apparently we do have somebody gay out there because they said neither.
Well, that could
which
be a
is
Mrs.
fine.
Howell vote.
Well, yeah, that could be. That could be.
To
So
be,
I
No,
guess-
it wasn't me.
I
to
mean,
be
I guess it
socially
could be.
correct, you needed to put Gilligan on there too.
I'm not socially correct.
He's really not.
22 votes out there. 77% of our audience.
I told you.
says Marianne.
Well, now we know who the gay one was.
Wow.
Sorry, Hillbilly.
I think only 1 vote for neither. So people are, wow, it's going up 78%. I think this one's done. Yeah, I think this one's done. I'm going to call it done. 24. Oh, we did have a vote for Ginger, but I have to have an awful lot of people jump in here with Holtz. Bernie Sanchez is out there. Wants to know where he can
Did he
get a
vote for
Liberty
Ginger?
unsafe cheap.
Well, if all these people that are, calling for a boycott and stuff, like I'm kind of hoping they're going to be popping up here soon.
They're taking them out and burning them like they did the other NFL jerseys.
Yeah.
I mean, they're
Wow.
Liberty safe, so I don't think they're going to really succeed on that. But,
I don't
Ginger's
think
up to
it's burn as easy as
22%.
the Dixie Chicks CDs.
All right. Good enough. I'm going to call the poll done. And with 27 votes, Marianne got 70% of the vote. Ginger 22% and 7% said neither.
which does not add up to 100%.
No, but YouTube keeps 1%. It's kind
Oh,
of like they do
well, that's-
everything.
Oh, no, they keep 30% of everything. So I'm actually
Yeah.
surprised that.
Let's say there's a lot of people out there that like the skipper.
Maybe they just want to be his little
going
buddy.
That way, though. That's right. So, I want to remind everybody that it is Friday, and that means it's Free Patch Friday at GearWebsites.com. Of course, Gear Websites is your source for every second matters. Gun channels, gear, ammo ID, and more. They have patches, stickers, and other items. And of course, every Friday is Free Patch Friday. So buy cool stuff at
About that, Hillbilly?
GearWebsites.com.
You're the day trader here. Is that a buy, or is it a sell?
Here, learn how to spell Anheuser-Busch.
I don't know. We made a bunch of money shorting Anheuser-Busch. So, I mean, yeah, I'd be fair to say that Liberty Safe, whatever stock they're in, will probably
I'm
drop.
sure it's going to be their capital company. It's not going to be Liberty Safe. I like everything coming up that, oh, look, Bill Gates put a bunch of money into Anheuser-Busch to support him. No. Bill Gates realized he's got a bunch of money, and he realized that eventually that's going to come up. Even if it comes up just a fraction off of what they've bottomed out on, he's going to make a bunch of money.
Yeah, but Bill Gates also supports that stuff. So,
Okay, back to Gear Websites. Don't take my word for it. Let's hear what G-Webs has to say.
GearWebsites.com is your source for firearms-based playing cards and books. We also have mugs, shirts, and posters with designs that we've made live. Of course, we have patches. Every Friday is Free Patch Friday. We appreciate your support. Thank you for shopping at GearWebsites.com.
All right, so make sure and get over there. You don't have to do it right now. I'm sure there'll be time after the show to go do this, but
It won't be Friday anymore.
oh, it will be for a while, depending on what part of the country you're in. If you're out on the West Coast, it will be for quite a while. Yeah.
West Side.
That's right. So I think it's about time as soon as we're done looking at chats.
I'm sorry. I was just trying to help you out with the. I'm sorry. I will stop. I'll stop trying to make your show better. How's that?
No, I just looked. Liberty Safe is a private company and they're not publicly traded.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but they're the capital company that everybody's digging into is, I'm sure.
Well, they're owned by Monomi Capital Partners, $2.7 billion in assets.
Mm.
Even
Can I
still,
let the GUNSNOB back in without you getting pissy, or
Yeah,
should I
let
just
him
leave
in.
there? Okay.
Let him in. He's got duties to perform here.
pretty sure Liberty Safe could only hope that people that want to boycott them just go out and buy Liberty Safes and be like, look, I'm going to shoot this Liberty Safe to prove how much I hate Liberty Safe.
Hey, that's going to make some great videos here soon.
Wouldn't it?
People shooting their Liberty Safes. That's going to be, you're going to be
After they went and
mark my
bought some
word.
brand new.
They should fill it full of tannerite and shoot it. Ladies and gentlemen, the views and opinions expressed by me are the views and opinions of me only, and were a joke. Do not fill your Liberty Safe with tannerite and shoot it. If you've never seen the video of the refrigerator door come flying back and almost kill a guy, that's not a good idea. Don't do it.
But if you do decide to do it, film it and upload it.
If you live.
Defense Day tonight is a disturbing show. When Obnoxious One is a panelist that makes the most sensible arguments, I question the world.
He makes a good point. He makes a good point. I have said on numerous occasions, when I'm the voice of reason, you done fucked up.
Now, if you really must shoot your Liberty Safe full of tannerite, you can always do it with the long range rifle from the next town over.
Just get Black Rambo out there and launch a 50 BMG at it from 3 counties away.
2 Live Moo is out there in the audience. And guess who else is here? Guess who else is here?
Lizard Larry's got something for you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you. Large prostate won't slow him down, chasing grandmas all over town. Got a sidekick named George the Cat. Lizard Larry's got something for you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you, Lizard Larry. Gonna give it to you.
That could have been a huge hit for Gordon Lightfoot, but he passed it on.
It's going to be stuck in my head the rest of the night now.
Oh, what happened to Snob?
He ran
Did
away.
dog get him again or what?
He left.
Now, he's back. Hey, he's got the right color shirt on. All right.
Is your hair coming back? Never mind. That was just shadow.
It's coming onto his back.
You got anything to tell us, Snob?
Can I tell barbecue to fuck off?
Sure.
No, you can't
Just
do
did.
that.
Barbecue. FO. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's that time of the night. It's your favorite part of the show. The only reason you put up with the first hour of this terrible, terrible show is for this right here, folks. That is right. I'm looking at you. You know what you're going to do tonight? You're going to win cool stuff. Awesome prizes, including a cleaner and lubricant combo kit from Aegis Gun Care. That's right. The best in gun care, Aegis Gun Care. Make sure you check them out. Tell them Lizard Larry sent you. Also tonight, you're going to get all sorts of cool stuff and things. Brought to you by Gizzard's awesome, amazing, wonderful arm raking skills at SHOT Show and NRAM. That's right. Gizzard stole all the swag so you didn't have to go. And so all the poor other people couldn't get any. But he's got it, and he's going to give it to you.
Gonna give it to you.
Hold on. Did Snob just do one without messing up?
No, I'm sure he's screwed up in there somewhere. I
That was
wasn't
a
paying
recording.
I wasn't paying any attention, but I'm sure he screwed up in there.
I feel like Gizzard's gonna have to go back and clip that and replace it so for when Snob's not here.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right. So yes, we do have a few things to give away. And since I raked all the cool swag from SHOT Show and NRAM, the least I could do is hand it out to the people who watch my show. It's the least I could do. And I always try to do the least I can do. So how about a Gizzard Gary logo channel sticker?
I'll only be happy when we get the Lizard Larry logo channel sticker.
I got to get those made.
Well,
Sticker needs to do another deal so I can get some stickers. I do have one of these though, the Gizzard Gary Reviews channel sticker. It is slightly smaller.
yeah, that one's not as big as your head.
It's
I don't even have one of those.
I might could arrange to give you one. How about a Fowl Territory thumbnail sticker? Ooh.
So when the ATF shows up, when the FBI shows up to get your safe code, you can just put that over your eyes so they don't know it's you.
Tell them I'm not going to give it to you. Take me to jail.
Take me to jail, Mr. Kansas Law Dog.
That's right.
That's what he should have done. That would have been epic.
Here's a company that this is the very last day of their fantastic Labor Day sale, and that being Excess Sights, the fastest sights in any light. And I do believe if you hurry, you can still get in an order and get 25% off of everything on their site.
Absolutely. Not just because they're a friend of the show, but and a friend of me. Those are absolutely my favorite sites.
They are great.
Best upgrade I made to my Shockwave was an XS Big Dot.
How about one of the new stickers from Chris from the 740?
Look at that. He's going
Isn't
all
that
Raiders
shiny?
Nation on you.
Pretty sick.
Yeah, they are. This is a good deal. Let's celebrate with some Dipmus Panther arms, because what giveaway would be complete without Dipmus Panther arms? And then how about the good folks? We all know the good folks at Live Free Armory. They are, of course, true American manufacturing. Look at that red, white, and blue eagle, folks. That screams America. All right.
Did
you know that the
Snob
Eagles
stripped it off?
You know the eagle scream that we all take for granted is an eagle scream is actually a red-tailed hawk.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
Eagles sound kind of wimpy, actually.
Hang on. Meow.
Yeah, not that wimpy.
By the way, the Live Free Armory shirts smell incredible.
Yes, they do.
That's because I wiped all my sweat off with it before I gave it to Gizzard to give it away.
That's an
right.
entirely
Lord, there's no way you ever had that on.
I didn't say I had it on. I said I wiped my sweat with it. I used it as a
Snob, why
rag.
do you smell like a gay stripper?
It was Vegas. What do you
I'll give you
expect?
one guess why he smells like a gay stripper.
Hey, what happens in Vegas?
Okay, now
Elephant in a
from the mail call I had this week from Ohio 45 ACP, we've got some different stuff. So we have a Smith & Wesson sticker, empowering Americans.
Especially
Gizzard
American law
didn't have to
enforcement,
steal that.
so that they can use it against you.
How about a good old American flag sticker?
Not valid in Canada.
That's true. I have to get a maple leaf printed up or something like that. How about this one? Never gave away one of these before, from SiriusGear.com. Made in the USA. And I've also never given away one of these. It is from Premier Body Armor.
That's what you have to wear if you ride with me to Vegas. That's exactly the thing Gizzard wears.
What,
It doesn't
gas
look like
mask?
body armor at all.
And then you have this big sticker from Fiocchi.
How do you know
Okay.
that's from Fiocchi?
In case you wondered what in the Fiocchi is that's exactly.
I am wondering what Nifioki is that.
Did you have to Google image search that to figure out what that was?
I did, as a matter of fact. I did.
I would have had no idea. I just
Exactly
gone,
what I did.
Hey, big shield shaped sticker for you. It's from somebody.
Okay, so patches. Yes, we've got stinking patches. How about this UTG Pro?
They make a good
And-
offset arm mount for your.
Yeah, the other day.
From
I just found
Ohio
them.
45
I found a brand new
ACP, we have this 2A rally flag.
Ooh.
From Gear Websites, we have this stitched Gear Websites patch.
Ooh.
Sure
Nice.
to be a collector's item. Sure to be a collector's item. And then we have this from Radical Firearms. American made, Texas proud.
That's totally tubular.
Pretty sweet.
Then I'm going to throw in a fifth patch.
Which, who just fell over?
That was me just
Something off my desk.
knocking something off.
So,
Rip Mystic.
how about the giant Aegis Gun Care patch?
Patriot Pete. Isn't that who that is?
Something like that. Plus, a genuine Glock keychain.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hillbilly brings up a good point, though.
A COVID mask from Air Creek Arsenal.
Because they're coming back to be all the rage.
That's
again.
right. You're going to need that soon. Not.
That's vintage.
And then everybody's going to say, oh, wow, I got to get on this giveaway because I'm giving away not one, but two IWI zipper pulls.
There you go.
Oh,
I'm in
snap.
right now. There you go. I'm in.
You're not even giving away enough that I can put one in each pocket and on the main zipper on my jacket.
If it's for you, I'll dig out some more. Yeah, Jacob S says, yay. And of course, you're going to get the cleaner and lubricant combo kit from Aegis Gun Care. So, all this will be yours if, as they say, can't say the price is right because Bob Barker's no longer with us.
Well, you can definitely say it now because what's he going to do?
That's true.
Cease and desist you from the grave.
So I'm going
Can
to
you
bring
say
up
name your dogs and cats.
I'm going to bring up the StreamYard giveaway tool. We have 27 entries. We have 23 people.
Do it now.
The,
Do it now.
you don't get to make that decision.
Do it now.
The judge does.
Do it now.
Do it now, or I'll Dustin Ellerman you.
You what?
I don't even know.
Ellerman you.
He's speaking some sort of language. Oh, no.
Oh, good Lord.
Jesus.
The cow one.
Oh my God. Poo white move. You sorry piece of poo. You won tonight's giveaway. Hey, that rhymed.
Dick's on Mike.
He is the wiener Aegis cleaner.
Screw that guy.
Don't drink
I,
it.
I will pass.
I've seen him. I would too.
Good for him. He deserves to win it.
Yeah, he deserves something.
Deserves a swift kick in the nuts.
So Moo is Mike. Congrats, man. Yes, Moo is Mike or Mike is Moo.
Well, now he is doxed him. Now everybody knows who he is.
Yeah. We don't do OPSEC around here, remember? If you come on the giveaway with your street name and your name's picked, I'm sorry. You're screwed.
Street name? My street name's 2GEs.
All right. Well, congrats to Moo. I don't know. I guess he's still out here.
Where's my phone? I'll text him.
He may have fell asleep.
I don't know my phone. I'm on my MacBook.
He may still be at his dad's. I think he's been at his dad's all week. So
Let's see.
I think
Anyway.
he's walleye fishing now.
just in case he decides to change his mind, I'll leave the screen up in the background. So
Congrats. You have
there he is. Lizard Larry, thanks. All right.
Oh, there he is. I was just
Yeah.
texting him and he showed up before I texted him.
Cool deal. All right. All right. So go ahead and stop sharing that screen because
So those super awesome patches that you showed last for Aegis, are those available on their webpage?
I don't know, I'll tell you the truth.
Because this is one of those times where it's like that radical firearms patch. Is like, I don't have that one, but I was like, yeah, like this would be one of those ones that I could win, and I'll be like, oh yeah, like
let's go look.
Redraw. Then I was like, man, there's that Aegis patch. Like I don't have that. Like I'd have to be like, Gizzard, I need that.
They have shirts. They have travel mugs. They have hats. There's the regular Velcro patch.
I think you can get it on Snob's Amazon channel.
On his OnlyFans, yeah. You can get you a tri-blend eraser tank. You can get a beanie. Ah, there it is. The Aegis Protego Maximus PVC patch. There it is.
How much does that say?
What?
$7.99.
That's incredibly cheap.
You should get one. You should get two of them.
I'm probably gonna get a couple of them just because, like, it's a patch for $8.
And you should get one of these cleaning mats. I happen to have one of those. Those are nice. And look, they have beer steins.
I kind of like that.
Coffee mugs. They got hats, kind of like the one I'm wearing here, except it's blue instead of the gray I have. And then they've even got the 2A Matters shirt with Aegis on the back, if you like that one. All kinds of cool swag. They do have some cool stuff, reasonably priced even. So, yeah, when I tell you to go to aegisguncare.com, I'm not kidding, man.
Do it. Do it right after the show, not now, after the show.
Do it now. Okay, so real quick, before we go on to the rest of the show, I want to talk about a little bit about Live Free Armory. Live Free Armory, true American manufacturing, expertly crafted firearms made in the USA, makers of the Gizzard Gary custom amp pistol. Let them craft something for you. Live Free Armory. They're not just the manufacturers and experts behind the brands you trust. They have plenty of products of their own to meet your needs, including coming soon, the Live Free Armory Apollo 11. Yes, the Eagle is landing. And they are also the manufacturers behind the Amp and Amp X, and they even made one for me. So check out the good folks at Live Free Armory. That's right, check them out. Good folks there. Also a reminder, if you are a fan of coffee, you can enjoy the best small batch fresh roasted coffee delivered to your door. Check out Blackout Coffee at blackoutcoffee.com and use the coupon code Gizzard Gary.
I tried that and I used Lizard Larry and I didn't get a discount.
Oh, you might actually pay more if you use that code, but Gizzard Gary will definitely save you some money. So check that out. That is called shameless self-promotion, ladies and gentlemen. Mm-hmm. All right. Speaking of I can't even say it. Shameless. Try saying that real quick 3 times. Shameless self-promotion. It's hard. Trust me. Trust me on this. But you know what's not hard? That's introducing the next segment. And it's not hard because the guy who does it is an absolute expert. So let's get him on here and have him do his thing.
What am I supposed to be doing?
It's time for the next segment.
Singing Shameless.
I'm shameless.
You know, that's actually a remake.
An Elton John song.
Nope, it was Billy Joel.
Or Billy Joel, yeah, that's what I meant.
Blow my
Yep.
own horn, 'cause you know this
I knew
stuff
that.
ain't free. All right. Snob, what's going
Well,
on?
I'm shameless. Well, I'm shameless. When it comes to loving you, I'll do anything you want me to do. I'll do anything at all. That's all I got. I don't remember.
I believe you would.
But he won't do that. Wait, so you do it.
He won't do that. But I think we're going to show some stuff here.
Oh, it's that time of the show.
It's been a
You mean
while since
everybody-
you've done that. You did the first one so well.
You mean everybody's second favorite part of the show? The number 2
Yeah.
part of the show that everybody stays for? The
No.
part of the show where you send us these pictures of these
Yeah.
things in your hand that go bang, bang, bang? You send us pictures of those? Is that the part you're talking about?
That's the part I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah, I love GORN. GORN is my favorite part of the show. That's the only reason I tune in. I don't even enter the giveaway. I just come for the GORN. It is wonderful. It is excellent. It's huge. It's just amazing. You should be here for it, too. Oh, yeah, you are here. That's right, folks. It's time for Show Us Your Guns. You can send your pictures to GORN@GizzardGary.com. That's right. That's GORN@LizardLarry.com. And make sure you include your channel name, because if you don't, we're going to read your email live on the air. And if it's Pink Penny Sniffer 37, then so be it. If Pink Penny Wearer 39, then you have some problems. But hey, send us your GORN. Or you can tag. I don't know if you can really tag that anymore. I don't think it works that well. So sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Instagram's kind of iffy. But you can tag GG Fowl Territory at Instagram. Try it. I recommend just sending it via email. That's the best way to do it.
Email, snail mail, carrier pigeon.
So you can send it. You can send it to Gizzard's PO box. He has it in his description. I'm pretty sure. If not, it's on his website. So you can reach
PO
him
Box
there.
101, Burlington, Kansas. That's
You
it.
can really just type Gizzard Gary or write Gizzard Gary on the envelope, Kansas. There's only like 33 people in the whole state, so he will get it. It's pretty amazing. So let's show us your guns, Gizzard.
You want me to show you my guns right now? Oh, you
Go
mean
ahead.
pictures
Go
of
ahead.
guns? Pictures of guns, of course.
You should
All
pick one
right.
up right now and put it on screen.
Let's see. Oh, we do have email. Here's one from the GUNSNOB.
I just got that today. And look, somehow I cut
says-
it off.
Dry Fire Mag, the Trigger Reset Magazine. Is that something you read?
Yeah. It's
And
actually
it
pretty
resets
cool.
your trigger as you read, or what?
It's actually pretty cool. I'm guessing it's brand new because I just found it on the 320 one because I just found it online.
And look, that's a slide from Live Free Armory.
You built it one piece at a time, and you got it all off Vine.
This has a backup tactical barrel, Wilson combat grip frame, Swamp Fox optics. Let's see, this is Justice on this one, and a Go Gun USA gas pedal. Look at that thing.
It's all decked out. That's awesome. So that must be the new GUNSNOB sponsors Dry Fire Magazine.
No, I got it off mine.
And then we also, from the GUNSNOB, we have this. Appears to
I just
be
picked that up today.
a Glock 31 Gen 4. 357.
Pretty nice little Leo trade in. Just got it. I haven't even shot it.
Haven't shot it.
Why not?
Didn't you once tell me you don't bring a gun inside without shooting it first?
That's
I
right.
usually do, but it was pretty late. Well, I was on the show whenever I got home.
Well, whatever.
You
It's
don't need to
quite
worry
clear
about
he-
it being dark outside, because if you fire off a few 357 mag rounds, you'll light it up pretty well out
This
there.
is SIG, not mine.
Don't you have some armadillos that you could have shot or something?
You should try a
Good
357 mag out of there.
Can we drive it in with the hammer?
Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Gizzard's like, I will allow you to show this live on air if you're going to drive it in with a hammer.
Yeah,
Take his chances.
I'll take my chances. All right. Were there second pictures in either one of those? I don't think there were they? No. Okay. And those are the only emails I have. So,
What?
yeah,
People out there slacking.
I'm going to have to open up the Instagrams real quick.
It
I
rained
know
here
there's
all week.
Instagrams out there because I looked earlier. I snuck a peek. If I can get logged into the right account, we'll have it all made. Here we go. So let's see. Here's where we left off. So let's go ahead and share that screen. If I can figure out how. One of these buttons does it. I know that.
Is this your first day?
It is my first day indeed. All right, here we go. And this is from 3 days ago from Obnoxious One. It says, if you're going to build a sexy P320 like this, you owe it some awesome sights. Excess Sights is having a huge sale. So you can treat that baby right. Huge, he says.
It's huge.
It's huge.
It's the biggest sale. It's the biggest
Biggest
sale
sale
ever.
ever.
And I know big sales, and this is a big sale.
I think actually I should have went back another day or two. Let's go backwards.
I like the design on that grip.
Oh, let's not do
Let's
that
go
again.
back forward. Let's go back.
Here's this thing from Gizzard Gary. It says, whether you are online or out and about, share the message about the Second Amendment. Big and bold, loud and proud. Every second matters. Get that hairless goomer. Let's see. I think we saw that one last week. So, okay, let's go forward now.
Yeah.
Let's go to this one from Obnoxious One. 2 days ago, I got out this weekend and sighted in a few rifles. The shooting rest from one Tigris was a huge help.
You got a custom logo on that? That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
Oh yeah, they send a custom logo to me.
There's something wrong. Can you zoom in on the front of that rifle, like
Shut it.
handguard?
Shut it, dickhead.
In
I can't see
Instagram.
what's wrong. I can't see. There's something wrong there. I can't tell what it is.
You know what's wrong? You and your big freaking mouth. That's what's wrong. Ask me how that rifle is.
Backwards.
Said the rifle, dickhead.
Oh, my bad. Snappy? Spicy?
So far, so good. Huh?
Wow. That was good. I'll give you that. That's your best dad joke.
I'm not even a dad. I'm a dog dad.
Yeah.
Does that count?
Yeah, I
counts.
guess. It was a
That
good joke,
counts.
so it works.
Okay.
Actually, I figured out how to make that look like it's not backwards. I ran my light cable through it. That was completely intentional.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
It's cable management.
Did you order
Yeah.
that screwdriver set I told you to order?
Yeah, but those are completely.
Now we have a 350 lumen battle.
Mm-hmm.
And the stream light. Hey guys, we're out here in the dark tonight with the battle of the 350 lumens.
Got an echo as
This
well.
is the Nightstick LGL 150, 350 lumens at 50 yards.
You really don't have to play this whole thing through.
This is the Streamlight ProTac, 350 lumens, 50 yards. Again,
Fine. All right.
That voice was super annoying.
From yesterday, got the new Gideon Optics Mediator in for testing and threw it on the AR9 for now.
How dinky it looks up there on that rifle.
Does. I think it tells you more about the rifle than it does the Mediator.
That's a dinky rifle. It's only 9mm.
Where do you buy these custom rocks at?
And then 8 hours
Custom
ago,
rock with
last day, to
your
head
logo
over
on
to
them.
XS Sites and save big on these DX2 or anything on their site.
I get those sent to me as well.
Man. It
You're
must be
not
cool
the
to have a
only
private
one.
water feature that's sponsored by the Obnoxious One Rock Company.
Mm-hmm. And look at I can slow that water feature down. And it almost looks like that water feature is just standing still, doesn't it?
It does.
Funny thing is, Sugar Mama's really in the back. He doesn't really have a water feature. He's got some rock stacked, and Sugar Mama with a 5-gallon bucket pouring water out really low.
Don't be silly. We use the hose.
Oh, now you're calling her a hoe? Wow.
You got hose at work back there? Wow.
No, we use
Wow.
the hose. We use the hose to dump the 5-gallon buckets down.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay, from Western Probst, the O-Knife Freeze 3 in Damascus in G10.
Ooh, look at that.
Now,
Look at that cleaver.
God,
Cleaver, barely knew her.
the thing's about to blow
Wow.
up.
lording over,
Yeah.
lording over Obi here with the Damascus. Let me tell you.
You get an AOW stamp for that?
More than one picture. Let's see. There's the other side.
Other side. Are we talking about Moo again?
Yeah. Very cool. Unfortunately, that's the end of that, too. Let me check the mail, see if we got any new mail. We do. Okay. So we got something here from Jacob S. And he says, World War II war reenactment was last weekend with T-34, M4 Sherman, M3 Stuart, and about 100 reenactor personnel for the display. And we've got a few pictures here. So there's picture number 1. And then
Snob does a World War II reenactment after his Red Lobster.
Yes, he does.
That's a reenactment of how they
prisoners.
ended the war, to be fair.
Well, yeah.
Look at that. Somebody threw
One
trash
big
on the
ball.
ground. How disrespectful.
That's probably because he got shot during that and he just dropped his bottle.
Dropped his World War II plastic water bottle.
Yeah. That's definitely authentic.
I mean, he got it at Walmart. I could clearly see the label. Sam was just a young pup whenever he sold that water.
I wonder why they don't put suppressors on those cannons.
Have you ever seen a tank suppressor?
Yeah, pretty awesome, actually.
Okay. Let's see.
Looked like somebody freshly brush hogged the field there for him.
Well, you can't have a war when the field's too tall. Golly. I didn't know they had PA systems that advanced back then. Pretty cool.
What is this guy doing in the background is what I want to know.
It's taking a week, it looks like.
It sure does look like it.
Nice camouflage there. Yeah, he's definitely taking a leak.
He's watering his plants, by God. Okay, I think he's done by the time we took this picture, though. Or the tanks got him on the other. And one last picture. All right. Well, cool. Thanks for sending those, Jacob. Let's see. And then we got something here from Chicago Mike. He's going to show us his patch. The Chicago Mike the Shooter patch. It's official.
Ooh, I have a good video I could share for Gorn.
Dickhead.
I forgot to save it to my phone.
Oh, look at that. He's got Willis Tower on it.
No, I've got to figure out how to get one of those.
Good looking patch.
Son of a gun.
See, I don't even know if he's from Chicago now because he didn't immediately correct me when I said it had Willis Tower on it.
Jacob S. says they did use blank fire shells for all the vehicles, including the tanks.
Oh, well, that's boring.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Artac does have a point. I do owe him a picture.
See, he's not even from Chicago. Told you. That is the Sears Tower, sir, and it always will be.
Let me find this picture that Artac tagged me. Because he tagged my Gizzard Gary account rather than the Fowl Territory one. So let me see if I can find that real quick. Where is it? There it is. I think this is the one. Although it says it's from December the 29th. When did he send that? No, that's old. That can't be. No. Never mind. When were these sent? There were several. August the 11th. Okay, there's several. Okay. Well, let's take a look then.
Yeah, he said he did Fowl Territory too, I believe.
I didn't see him on that one. I only saw him on my Gizzard Gary one. So, anyway. So we have a General Lee Glock.
That's a racist Glock.
Okay, I guess the only way I'm going to be able to switch is to do this here. Okay, 350 Legend Purple People Eater. Oh, there's one in a color you don't have, Obi.
I'll be all right.
Then the Stones River National Battlefield. And there's a cat. Brady and Big Eyes. Dipmus Strike Industries. And then 9mm ammo. Yep. Nice. Okay. Let me check, see if we got any more email. We do not. Let me check the text chat and see what's there. Oh, we do have something in the text chat. Okay. Looks like it's from Snob. We're getting all artsy here.
Looks like J.J. Abrams shot that picture.
dog's
beautiful
leaning to
beagle.
one side a little. How come?
That's not my dog. That's Stacy's. That has all its legs.
Oh,
I just thought it was full on noses.
Surprised you didn't burn out your camera lens doing that stuff. Taking pictures directly into the sun like that. All right. So that appears to be the end of the GORN as we know it. But I feel fine. Jacob S. says, I've got a couple more going through the email. Internet's been slow tonight. Okay. Well, we'll wait. We're not going anywhere for a few minutes anyway. Anybody got anything to talk about while we're waiting on the internets?
Nope.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody.
Nope. Just sit here silently and wait.
M. Gabriel says, I missed all the GORN. Sorry about that. But let's see. What else? What else? Let's see. Well, we haven't played one of these in a while. How about, let's see if we can wake up everybody.
Huh? What?
This is the GUNSNOB, and you're watching Gizzard Gary.
Chicago Mike says, Gizzard Gary, let's talk about Burris' newest scope, shall we? Okay. I don't know anything about it, but I do know I just got an email from Jacob as soon as the pictures download here. Come on. Got the email. There we go. Here's a picture. All right. Saved by the GORN. And he says, small 3-cylinder car seen at Frog Follies this year. Frog Follies. They have some interesting festivals there in Evansville, don't they?
Apparently.
Let's see what the other picture looks like. Oh, there's the rest of the car. It's got Missouri plates on it over there. Is that yours, Hillbilly?
No. Mine was white.
Of course it was.
Wow. Wow. All right. And then we've got a second one here from Jacob. Does anybody need this for SHOT Show? Yeah, I'd fit in there just fine.
Yep. I'll take it.
It'd be fun for range day to run back and forth in.
It'd be fun to run on the show floor.
Oh, yeah.
Still run over less people than the people the damn carts do.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably true. It's actually pretty cool. Are there more pictures of it or just that one? Not just that one. Okay. And I think we've got some stuff. Nope. Okay. Jacob S. says Tractor Supply has those for about $2,000. Wow. One of the largest collector car shows, pre-1949 vehicles. Oh, okay. Artec and Daughters has the Taurus TH45 coming. Nice. Let me see. Take some stuff off the screen real quick. See what else is going on out there. Let's see. Chicago Mike says, yes, that's the Willis Tower.
No, it's not. We've already covered that.
All right. Let's see. Jacob S. says 30 to 35, if I remember right, and street legal with registration. I need one. I need one to run around town here. It'd be so cool. Could park it literally anywhere. Could probably get it inside my Jeep. Nah, probably not. Probably not. Want to remind everybody that after this is the weekly 2A wrap-up. That'll be on the Gun Websites channel or the Daily Gun Show channel. I believe he's got one scheduled anyway. So check that out as soon as we get done. And since I talked about getting done, let's talk about the end of the show, because it is time for probably your least favorite segment, because this is when we get ready to go out the door. But first, we must ask everybody, what did you learn? And so we're going to go through the panel and ask everybody what they learned and give them a chance to plug whatever it is they want to plug. And we will start with my co-host, Obnoxious One. What did you learn?
Yo.
You learn anything?
Oh, or that part? No, I didn't learn a damn thing. I learned, well, I guess I did. I learned that Chicago Mike isn't really from Chicago.
What have you got coming up, Obi?
Stuff and things. I got a rifle video that's going to come out next week.
Yes, you do.
If you're a channel member, you could have seen it already.
I saw it in my feed. I just scrolled on back.
Some of us
Yeah, I
already
don't blame
watched it, like within a few minutes after it came out. Maybe. Some
You
of us
got anything better to do with your life?
Yeah,
I really don't.
Don't
No.
you?
No.
Probably got another rifle video coming out the following week. I've got that all shot. I just need to edit it.
I stay up late at night just to see if Obi's going to release anything.
I'm going to drop a members only video.
Ooh. Nice. Anything else, sir?
Probably not. Be heading out to TriggerCon here in a couple weeks, week and a half. So there's that.
Chicago Mike says, Obnoxious One, when you meet me in person one day, you'll know that I'm from Chicago. LOL. Ask Gizzard Gary.
Nope, he didn't correct me on the Willis Tower. He's not from Chicago.
Yeah,
I didn't meet him in Chicago, so I don't know. As far as I know, he's from Indianapolis. That's where I saw him.
Mm-hmm. Could be. Who has the best Chicago style pizza? Chicago Mike.
Come on, you're on the spot, man.
See? Told you.
I think it's Casey's gas station in Chicago.
Yeah, I don't think so.
He's probably wearing his baseball hat backwards, carrying in a skateboard. And how are you, fellow Chicago citizen?
Deep dish.
It's not
you
deep
can
dish.
do better than that.
Yeah, it's not deep dish.
It's not
See,
Pizza Hut.
He's not even from Chicago.
While we're waiting on the correct answer, Rich White. And thank you, Obi, for being here. Rich White, what did you learn this evening?
Well, we learned that Springfield is in New Mexico near Albuquerque.
That's true.
Just a left turn away.
What have you got coming up? More wrestling? Giordano's, he says. Wow.
He obviously Googled that. I mean, he's not wrong. Giordano's is second
I thought
best.
Nancy's was supposed to be the best.
Nancy's is the best.
That's what
I'm
I
not.
was
I'm not even. I haven't ever even been to Chicago, and I know this.
Yeah, me too. So what do you have coming up, Rich?
Now we got the wrestling show tomorrow night. There's no pay-per-views this weekend, thank God. Oh. That'll be at 8:05 p.m. Eastern on Wrestling Unloaded channel. And then Sunday, this week Unloaded at 8:30 p.m. on the Unloaded Media channel. And I probably will have a squirrel gun video coming out too, because I was challenged by everybody on Jamie's panel to make it.
I am going to beat down Defense Dad when I see him.
It's going to take a lot of beating.
He deserves it for that statement.
Where did he get Uno? Uno's is not even that great anytime.
It's not even Chicago style pizza.
No, but it's not even that great for regular pizza.
Might as well have Pizza Hut pan pizza.
I would go there.
All right. Well, thanks, Rich. We'll go down to the second row. Guns and Barbecue. What did you learn tonight?
Well, I learned that my streak of getting snobbed to tell me to FO is still alive. It brings a smile to my face. I won't lie. It does my heart good. And I learned that wannabe Chicago Mike has patches, and that intrigues me because now I've got a new patch to try and track down and get.
That's right.
Yep. Thanks for the invite, Gizzard.
All right. Thanks for being here. Hillbilly Up. What did you learn?
Buddy, I learned that I'm going to put a padlock on outside my gun safe. I think that'll work.
That or fill it full of seltzer.
Just drill a hole through it and put a bike lock on there.
Yeah, bike locker. I was thinking about one of the little chains, on the outside.
Well, it's got to be a master lock. If you do put
it's got
to be a master lock.
One of those chains like lesbians wear for their wallets, they'll never get into that.
Mm-hmm.
It is foolproof.
Is that why Sarge is a chain? I understand.
Oh, yeah. One of those lesbian chains with the little padlock that you get with your luggage. That'll be perfect.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, Gary. I really appreciate it, buddy. Oh, man. I got several videos coming out. We got Guns, Beer, and Therapy tomorrow night, 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern. We're going to have a couple giveaways on there. Garage Guy's giving away a shotgun, which it's too late to enter it now, but he's going to be announcing the winner on there tomorrow night. And then I have a little giveaway for people that gave through my channel, and this is all for Lakeview Outdoors for his wife. And man, we got a lot of stuff coming up. The following Saturday, I'll be doing my 1K giveaway. So we'll have a lot of giveaways the next Saturday night. It'll be a lot of fun too. So if y'all get a chance on Saturday night, come by and visit us. Guns, Beer, and Therapy. And thanks a lot for having me on tonight, Gizzard. Really appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for being here. And do not bring seltzer to the Guns, Beer, and Therapy chat. Oh, lots of pizza comments out here. And he's standing up for the Unos, too.
And Chicago Mike is talking about New York style pizza. He should just stop.
Yeah.
As far as taking seltzer to Hillbilly show, he's got to get new targets somehow, Gary.
That's true.
No kidding.
Just don't open the cans, whatever you do. All right. Last but not least, the GORN. What did you learn?
I learned a lot. Number one, a hot dog is a sandwich. Oh, I didn't learn that tonight. Never mind. That was on the closer like 3 years ago. Never mind. I forgot. I also learned that I'm completely safe because I never end up actually locking my safe because I'm lazy. And I leave my guns scattered all over the place, random places, so they'll never find them all.
You can't
worries about it.
Yeah, you can't find them all, so of course they're not.
Exactly. I mean, I'm looking and I can see 6 from here that are not where they're supposed to be. They're just
To be
randomly
fair, I thought I lost my my P320 and 357 SIG because it wasn't in there on the peg, and I couldn't remember where the hell it was at. And then I remembered that I put it in my one Tigris storage frame.
It's always nice when you get out a range bag and you find a gun in it.
Unless you
really
take that, unless you take that to the airport.
Yeah, that's a bad.
Yeah,
that's bad.
What's not nice is having the snow melt and finding your gun.
Oh no!
Ask Clover about that one.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Okay, what do you have coming up, Snob?
I don't know. I got a bunch of stuff. I need to release some videos. I've got a bunch edited and done. I just haven't even uploaded. So I got one more uploaded, I think. I don't know. I've got a bunch of videos. I'll release something this week.
Well,
something.
Good deal. All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up real quick. I'm going to make myself full screen once again. I want to thank everybody for being here. Whether you watched on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, or watching in replay on the various platforms, or even listening in on the audio podcast, thanks for being part of Fowl Territory. Thanks to everybody who commented and sent in GORN. Of course, thanks to all of my panelists for making this a good show, as they always do. And a special thanks to all of my YouTube channel members, including the new ones this week, Hillbilly Up, and then Ron Wayne and Misty Mrs. Wayne. Thanks to all of you for helping to support the channel. I truly appreciate it. And before we get out of here, I want to remind everybody that if anyone tries to infringe on your right to keep and bear arms, you know what to do. Give them the bird. This is Gizzard Gary on behalf of my panel. We're going to give our last minute shout outs, and then we're going to hit the closing credits. So good night, everybody. And you guys are on.
That's cap rope.
Whatever.
No PP and cold box. I haven't used that one in a while.
See you later, rope suckers. Dumpster fire. Yo.
YOLO.
See you on the range.